Okay, so in this section, we're looking at how different angles relate to each other and finding out algebraically from those relationships what different angle measures are. So the first case that we have here is we have two lines that intersect, and we see that this angle here is 5x degrees, this angle is 7y degrees, and this angle here is 110 degrees. We can figure out what this angle is as well, and we can solve for these using our angle relationships. So the first piece that maybe you already know is supplementary angles are angles that add up to 180 degrees. So these two angles here are on a straight line, and they add up to 180 degrees. So I know that 5x plus 7y is equal to 180. Now, as that equation is, there are two variables, so I cannot solve this because there's only one equation and two variables. So I can't solve for x and y using only this. However, there are other relationships that are here that I can use. For example, I see that 5x and 110 degrees are two angles that are on opposite sides of these intersecting points. These two angles are called vertical angles because these vertical angles sort of are on opposite sides of these two intersections. So that means that 5x is equal to 110 degrees. So we can, let me clear all that mess up. We can say that 5x is equal to 110 degrees. Also, we can see if we tilt our heads or see and look that these two angles are also supplementary. So I know that 7y plus 110 degrees equals 180. That's an equals. So there are three equations based off of these. Now if this angle here is 110 degrees, and again it makes up a straight line with this angle, they must be supplementary and add up to 180 degrees. So this angle must be 70 degrees. With the 70 and the 110, they add up to 180. So now I can see that 70 degrees, which is now a vertical angle, to 7y. So four equations I can set up from all these. And I can also say that 5x plus 70 degrees equals 180 degrees, again, because these are supplementary as well. They add up to make a straight line. So if I wanted to solve for x and y, really I could take my pick about what I wanted to solve. Looking at it, this one looks to be the easiest. So if 70 is equal to 7y, if I divide both sides by 7, I get that y is equal to 10. So y is equal to 10 degrees, and there's my y value. Now, knowing that, I can plug that into any of these relationships, or I can look at this equation separately and solve for that. So I can say that 5x equals 110, divide both sides by 5, and I have that x is equal to 25 degrees. So now I had this starting equation, 5x plus 7y equals 180. It looks scary, it looks daunting, and it actually was not solvable using just that equation. However, knowing these other relationships, we can solve for both variables.